Good afternoon, and we are going to try this. I have no idea if this is going to work because we're going live from the Classic. So, guys, the last time we went live from the Bassmaster Classic would have been probably 8 years ago. Mark Jeffries back. This was back when we were with. We would have a booth 8 years ago, 8-10 years ago.
Had a booth?
Yeah, so we did it in Skeeter because before we were with Bass Cat, we were with Skeeter. And there we go. We got it. Sean's on, so we're live from the Classic.
Peter's on.
And we would run a ton of live. But then Bass started doing live coverage. Like you can go watch Trey McKinney catch 7 pounders. Right. You can watch Zaldane throw it. So the cool thing is with the technology we have, with all that we can jump on. So Miles Bergoff, my boy Miles Bergoff, fresh off of a top 10 in the Bassmaster.
Hey!
Like, dude, we were rooming together. I need to have you on to talk about that. That was wild. Miles has been doing. How long have you been doing this full time now, Miles?
Oh gosh, full time. It's been a while. I think since I don't know. I think 2010-ish or 11, 12.
Best spot you've ever found in your life?
I would say definitely like top 3 or 4. I mean, you only get a couple of those spots in an entire career, generally, where you just happen upon a special little tiny one cast deal that's just loaded with big fish. And this just happened to be loaded with big smallmouth, and it tastes really. So that was just so much fun. And you saw it from behind the scenes where I've never been more nervous going into a tournament about a single spot. I've never had that level of anxiety.
I watched on that starting a day too because I was fishing someone close to you, and I've told the story on BTL. You get 25-pound 6 ounces, and you pulled up to the spot. You were far enough away, like we were in the back. You were probably like at that side there. You were far enough away to where we could see it, and I should have. Can you make sure no one sits? You got to try. Here's what we got going on, folks. We're gonna actually show. There's Ford. There's a bunch. We're gonna go through a bunch of the Pro Guide booth there. There you've got Jeremy Lawyer. There's Kate. We're gonna talk about some of the new stuff that's going on. But we wanted to get a little bit of a show in here. So all I saw from you was trolling over passenger seat blacklight. And I think I told you you put 6 on like your second cast.
Oh yeah, so the second fish was a 6-pounder. It was my big fish of the day, and I actually lost fish that were bigger than that. I think, or close to that, and I ended up catching 3 or 4 over 5.5, and then had a 3.5 pounder, and I let up on them. And I've told several people this today. I will never let up on a school fish ever again in my career. I've done it like 5 or 6 times where I let up on an area, I take it easy and try to manage it, and it always ends up being ready to go. So I'm not. I feel like I could have potentially pretty easily got another like 5-pound bite and like pulled up to like close to 20 seconds.
Still top 10.
No, it was awesome. I'm not complaining.
All right, a lot going on at the Classic today. This is actually going well, so what we might do is we might start here at Pro Guide, talk a little bit about what they have going on. I see Rick Harris, who I got on the show a number of times. He's right there, Pro Bass Adventures Mexico, who we're partnering with with BTL this year. They're right there. There's Julius Mazie that just walked past. He's a one bass legend. And we're doing live BTL. Are you going to go hang out with Captain Rick? All right, we'll come by there in a second. And so we'll see where this goes. I have no idea. So one of the cool things, a lot of stuff used to get introduced at ICAST. And more we're seeing a lot of stuff that gets introduced at the Bassmaster Classic. So there's a lot of things that are new here. I know Bass Cat just released their new links. They were calling it like a super secret project. So maybe we'll go by and get that. Why not? See if it works. But Pro Guide, new batteries, been in the back of my Bass Cat for the last 6 years. We've talked to Kate, who kind of owns Pro Guide. Right. Now who's now with Bass Cat, used to work in Pro Guide, and now you are with Pro Guide on the marketing, their media team, and some really cool innovative stuff that was dropped. So we'll talk about that. I have to have someone else talk about it. talking about like
Oh, I'll talk about it.
you know about
Yeah,
it? All right, so I'm going to show this. So this is the new battery.
So this
right
is
here.
this is the Alpha line of batteries. So they've been in the business for 45 years now. Okay, so they've been doing this for a very long time, and this is their 45th anniversary at Pro Guide. And so they really wanted to introduce a line of batteries that just kind of like put an exclamation point on that you know that time that experience that they have in the battery segment.
They've been coaching you up really well on this
Oh,
stuff.
Miles, no.
Like, I mean, that was well done.
Oh, thank you very much.
All right, what's
I'm a
this thing?
professional.
Okay, here's the thing. This is a weird plug-in here,
All right.
and what does this do?
All right, so we've got there's a lot of different features on this. So NEMA compatibility. So you can see right here we got the NEMA network going right into the back of this battery. All right, so you plug it right in, and you can see right here we got this Garmin unit. Now it'll work for Lowrance and Humminbird as well, but you can see all of the metrics regarding this battery on your screen, so you can keep track of everything, not just voltage, but you can get everything that you need to know about it. Another thing to mention, I think this is one of the coolest things, is that you've got this line right here has the most energy dense setup out of any battery. So that just means that, like, for instance, have you seen a 36 volt battery with 75 amp hours in a Group 31 footprint?
Not that I'm aware of.
I don't. It's not out there. So they have that right here. So you've got the most amp hour rating in a Group 31 battery that you can possibly have. And so this M75 right here, or this 36 VM75 can handle a ton. I mean, you have a ton of juice, a ton of capacity in this thing. And, high level tournament anglers like police guys, they're probably going to run two of these just to have some redundancy, but you don't really need it. You can go all day long in the wind, like you see on Ray Roberts. And, so high energy density is as far as the footprint goes, I do want to note that even though it's the same footprint as a Group 31, it's a little bit taller. Okay, that's how
I just noticed that. Yeah,
it's a little bit taller, but not a ton. It's not too bad. Another thing that's really cool about this is they have the Pro Boost plug on the top here. So the Pro Boost, they come in both dual purpose and deep cycle batteries. And so the deep cycle, this Pro Boost feature will actually preserve 10% of the power to be able to make sure that if it does go out, go dead or something like that on the water, you can turn it back on. Okay. And 20% with the multi-use, or the dual.
So it's like a fail safe, basically.
Exactly.
For tournament anglers, for guys who are on. Yeah. And say you have to go dead, you can bring your forward charger for a couple days, you can hit that enough to get it started and get back to the right. Other than that, you've got, you can have this state of charge here where you just essentially press the button. It shows you exactly how much charge you still have. Next to Bluetooth, you've got these 6 different connectors here. And ProGuide actually specially designed this battery management system that's on this bag. So all of this stuff. So there's just a lot of features packed into this thing. It's super robust as far as how durable it is. Completely waterproof, completely dustproof. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. I mean, you would expect that in green bag. Yeah, it's just a really killer fine towel. And they just announced it this week at Bassmaster Classic. Let's take a look around the booth. We'll talk to Kate for a little bit. If he's here he is right here. Go ahead and grab your mic off. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no problem. Sure.
All right. You want to carry this, or see if we can carry it?
Here, I'll carry it.
Oh, you got it? All right.
I'll carry it over here. That's cool. Here, let me throw this trash.
Yeah. Okay, he's gonna throw the trash away. There you go. So I'm just gonna So you've been on BTL before.
Oh yeah,
A number of different times. This is Kate. Miles went through all the features of the new battery and all that stuff. So now talk a little bit about it seems like you've got the entire system now. Like I've been running a charger for a year. You've got the top of the line batteries now, everything. So you can go full pro guide, all power, regardless of.
Absolutely. Yeah. So part of the goal of this entire project was
We did around this way so you can see the pro guide. There you go. There you go.
The goal of this entire project was to get to that single 3675. You know, a single battery with 75 amp hours. Because we did a ton of data testing 6 or 7 years ago with weekend angler, a guy that fishes 260 days a year, and then a Toyota angler. And Toyota's burn make wanted to get a profile how much power it actually gave. And what we learned was that that's kind of stuff. And we thought we could have one battery that's and we could build a kit on technically around that. That's going to be so it's a launch. We launched 7 press. Ultimately,
Yeah.
new 235. So 675. Get a C1236 charger. It's going to
Is that
give
what I'm
you.
running?
I think so. Yeah. So that's the single 12 and single 36 lead, and the bank one is 20.
Okay.
So that's what's common with GF2 and 800 STs in parallel. We're going to take 2 batteries and basically turn it in one with even one more capacity.
So I got this today. I said, hey, I'm going over to a guy, and they said, hey, we're talking about how many different lithium batteries are out in the market. There have been some big ones that have come gone recently and others that are big in the industry. What's the difference in not other specifically, but from, hey, I've got a lithium battery to like a pro guide type thing like that? Can you talk a little bit on just the differences of lithium? Like all lithiums are not created equal, right?
Oh, they're not. I mean, but it's still all in the same case.
Right.
So even if you don't even talk about that, we can talk about that. Yeah. Realistically, that gets into a level you can lose people, and it's not exactly. I mean, it's not always relevant. This year we celebrate 45 years. So for us, we think that ultimately that's going to be and that service is the things on this entire business. In that it's easy to go sell that. The hard part is taking care of the customers and keeping the customer. We got a matter on the table there that's dirty, old, and ugly.
Is that a 45-year-old guy?
That battery came out 30 years ago. That was
Right out of
the
PB.
pinnacle. Yeah, that was the pinnacle.
Going to Texas.
That was the weekend at the time. That was a 27 1800. That was a fantastic battery. That was just 30 years ago. Everything is we talk about service, price, stuff. It's like that battery, you put that off with customers, pull it off with the display show for him to close the door. They had the price wrote on the radio. They were selling that battery. Holy smokes. So it's like we talk about service, we talk about like being here a lot. It's like, are we gonna be your cheapest? No. We don't have to keep service, the thing that keeps us around. It's gonna
Nice. I wanted to also point out with a next order of St. Jude, Dick Hiley St. Jude Bass Classic coming up the first week of May in Watershaw. Actually, I can see Gretchen and Katie who are over here who are actually with St. Jude, kind of working around trying to raise some money for the Classic. Pro Guide, a big supporter of St. Jude, so big shout out to you. I know a lot of personal stories there. Obviously, we just talked to Miles, a lot of personal stuff with him here. So if you're looking to support a company in the industry, not just because of the 45 plus years and because of how they back it, but also because of what they do, behind the scenes. Pro Guide, great batter. If you guys have any questions also about, what needs to go in your boat or whatnot, I 100% cannot answer them, but I can get you in touch with somebody who can. So just let me know. So let me grab your mic back and then we'll see how we can do the rest of this stuff as we go around. Now I wonder, just lost my mic. Oh yeah, I know that magnet has a tendency to drop off. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, now let's find it and let's go. Oh my gosh, we have the one and only Johnny Schultz. Throw that on, Johnny. Stuff hanger. All right, we'll see if we can get Court to hold this thing, or you could hold it. Yeah. So here's what we're gonna try. Just like it really is. Should be able to just do that, and then we're live, by the way, right now.
Great.
Yeah, I know. Then drop this down, and then there should be like a little handle right there. You can hold it. All right, there we go.
What up, guys?
So Johnny Schultz from Fish the Moment. What else do you want to do? Like bass fishing, classified, Fish the Moment,
I'm used to it.
tackle. We're in the Pro Guide booth now. Let's talk basic classic stuff. You guys had a booth at the Classic last year. You don't have a booth at the Classic this year. As someone who's in the industry, you also have sponsors. You also make content. What is the value of the Classic for you? I mean, outside of like the Classic, I was like from a business standpoint, what is the value of the Classic?
I mean, yeah, I've been coming to Classic since I was 8 years old, so this is like 22 years now. And I feel like every time you come to Classic, you see the same people every single year, and so you get those connections. I mean, we've been here for like 2.5 hours. I literally have not had a chance to stop and like just look at anything, because I'm talking to people constantly, which is awesome. So if you want to get in the industry and you want to make those connections, it is the best place to be. And on top of that, there's so many cool products and new people that you get to meet just walking up and talking at the booth. So if you want to know anybody in the industry, you can just walk up and start talking to them, and everyone's here. So it's the best place to be.
It is. Some new stuff coming down the pipe from Fort Tackle.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, the Scamper rig
Scamper
that
rig.
just went live. That's cool. So, like Matt Becker had a part in that. I saw Matt walk by earlier.
Yep.
Then you guys, Matt Steffen was in the booth before, so it's kind of cool to see how all that comes around and how it goes from like design or concept idea to also the what do you call that?
The strut head.
The strut head.
The
The
nut
strut
head
head was
strut head.
cool because I like to throw a minnow, and that was one of the things that they're like, hey, I'm not with like Fort Tackle or anything. They were like, hey, just check this out. We know you like to throw a minnow. Let us know what you think. But you and Matt behind the scenes involved with that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's been
but
great.
I just wanted to get you on. I saw it. We were at the Pro Guy deal. I'll grab the mic back, and I appreciate it, John.
Yeah, good to see you.
Awesome.
See you
Yeah,
later.
check them out at
Yeah.
Fort Tackle. All right, we're gonna like roll over here live. So like, this is Julius Mays. So we are like seriously live on BTO. You got like 2 seconds.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So one of the cool things about this is you see people from all areas, all over. Like that was Alec Morrison who just left. Would you put him in one of the top 5 minnow guys in the world right now?
Absolutely.
He's one of the top 3.
Yeah,
Uh,
here's the
Talk about what you're doing. You're having a great end of season, beginning of season out there on the West Coast. Just
Yeah,
so you've been on BTL guide day stuff too. So
Absolutely. Yeah, we just me and my fiance, we just moved.
and the Birdman.
We just moved from Phoenix, Arizona to Coleman, Alabama. So Smith Lake is.
Oh, you're in Alabama now for
Yeah,
years?
so-
You agreed to move to Alabama?
Sure did.
So we are located in the South now and fishing the opens again, fishing Toyota Series, and just trying to fish as many events. And kind of got tired of that, where you have a bad event and you don't have the ability to fix your mistakes. So we packed up and we're kind of in the heart of it now, and stoked about it to see what the next year's got to come.
Very cool. So as an angler, what are your responsibilities like on Classic Week? Like, do you have sponsored booze, autograph signing? It's just for a guy who's here that you see wearing a jersey, working at a booth. What does that typically involve like for you?
Yeah, so you hear people say it all the time. We typically can't do this without the support of you see these names on these jerseys. For me, I can't do this for a living without the support. Phoenix Boats and Impulse Lithium and people that support the industry is why we have the responsibilities that we do, and it truly isn't possible without them. So we spend time and showcase the different products to people, and show them why they're different from others, and come here and work and support so we can do it a whole another year.
There you go. Minnow's gonna And Jig and minnow going to continue to get bigger. Where be honest.
I think that it's going to keep evolving. There's so many different, intricate details that happen in the minnow thing that people just think, you look at a screen, you throw it out there. There's different sizes. There's angles to heads. There's hooks. All these companies are developing more things, and you're going to see bigger and better things from this minnow deal. And I think it's just going to keep getting better. And
We're the hookup tech.
yes, sir.
If you guys want to check anything out, they usually have like some really cool stuff there. A lot of Japanese stuff, a lot of minnow stuff.
JDM stuff. They're really
A lot of
hard to
JDM.
find. Specific colors and custom colors, that kind of stuff. We specialize in that JDM domestic market. So if you haven't heard of the hookup, check us out on Instagram. We've got a YouTube presence as well. If it's hard to buy, a $30 lure, you really don't understand why you want to own that $30 lure, why you should. We break it down for you and show you the difference, between a $7 lure and a $30 lure, and give you the confidence to buy those baits and, perform with them instead of just, buying it and just saying, oh, well, I don't want to lose this $30 jerk bait. So we'll teach you about it on our YouTube.
Good man.
Yeah.
Dude,
Good to see
thanks.
you, bro.
I appreciate it here. I'll give you a
Later.
fist bump. We're out. All right, we're going to continue to walk through the Classic Expo live. We'll see how this works out. How are you doing? Good seeing you.
Yeah, you too. Take it easy now.
All right, thanks. We'll do. All right, so there's the Birdman.
He's still there.
I know. I don't know why she's still following me around. Somehow,
Shaking.
I must have done something right at some point. There's Kurt Dove, the Birdman. You want to be on BTL? You're on BTL. We're live on BTL right here.
Let me introduce this guy
Yep,
to the BTL
start.
world.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just me.
this is David, Arizona's best tackle shop ever, right here, Copper State
I
Tackle.
have heard of Copper State Tackle.
Very nice joint, and of course, Bass Cat Extraordinaire.
Did you see the new cat?
I did not, but we were just talking about the new
If
cat.
you have 5 seconds, we could walk over there and look at it live on BTL.
And then
Can
you
you
can
get
buy
away
it
for that
from
one?
Copper State Marine and Tackle.
Uh-oh.
Give me a call.
There you go. Okay, let's go check it out.
You want to go check it out?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Hey, Court, we're going to go check out the new cat with the Birdman. Go ahead and throw the mic on.
Okay,
we're going to stay live. We're going to go look at the brand new cat. We're going to see.
BTL world doing.
Fantastic right now.
Yeah.
We're live. I wasn't even
They look
planning on
fun.
going live, but we're going to go live.
Are they feeling all my scratchies right now?
No, you're good.
Okay.
If they are, I mean, it's better than, scratchy.
Should we do the camp?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 100%. There's Captain Rick Harris, who's been on the show before. Like, this is
Captain
just
Rick.
one of the things. Oh, Pro Bass Camp.
Captain Rick's got great merch and awesome guide trips.
Yes.
Captain Rick is also,
We bought Captain Rick stuff.
there you go. Captain Rick also a big part of Pro Bass Camp. So,
Yep.
Captain Rick, thank
You guys know we've done lives from Pro Bass Camp. Kurt
Yeah.
Dove's done that for the past, 11, 12 years now?
Yeah, 12 years.
12 years.
12 years.
So,
Yeah.
all right, we're going to go check out the new cat.
let's
We're
do
going
it.
to see how this works, how long it takes.
So, has the whole BTL crew been walking the aisles? Everyone
the whole-
online
whole
been
B-
able to see it?
Whole BTL crew is me and Court. But yeah,
No,
we're-
but I mean, I'm
yeah, we
talking about
started-
everybody at
well,
home.
we just started at Pro Guide Batteries.
Nice.
So we're giving them the
This is their first floor walk.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure if we're allowed to. Yeah, we're allowed to go live, aren't we?
Yeah.
I don't know why we wouldn't be able to, but so this is the Bassmaster Classic Expo from like when they strap a GoPro to the head of like a dog
Yeah.
and then they let them
Yeah,
root around the
this is
yard.
it.
This is
right
what
here.
we're doing. But we are headed to the Bass Cat booth. I saw Smallmouth Crush, Travis Manson right there. There's the whole
A&M
team. So if you weren't able to make it to the Bassmaster Classic, this is about as a good a look as you're going to get
Thorn Brothers.
as we go live. There's Chris Lane.
Yep. Chris Lane talking power poles.
Yeah, Chris Lane, former Classic champ, right there,
they-
live.
What's up, buddy?
Not much. We're live on BTL. I'm giving
right.
the guys who weren't able to come a chance to walk through the Classic Expo. So
Absolutely.
the champ is here. How long ago does it seem? The Neil, the point out, how does that seem like yesterday? Does that seem like a career ago?
It seems like yesterday, and I'll tell you why, because I just did a video over here at the Power Pole booth, and there's a sign where you can go on a QR code and you can win an amazing trip that power pole's paying for everything. I'm going to take him out on Gunnersville.
Oh, it's been so smooth on working.
And dude, I'm just going to tell you, let me tell you why I say that. Because there's a picture of me kneeling with that trophy.
Yeah.
And yeah, it brings back memories. It brings back like, oh my gosh, that was a life
classic. It has to be a top 5 classic moment.
Man, I'm glad you
Like
say
I
that.
put it up there with the KVD jumping with the double fist with the fireworks
Oh,
going
yeah.
up in the background.
He
with
had
you.
shorts on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
That had to be. But I didn't want to take you away from the time there.
No, you're good, man.
What was it again? Can people sign up if they're watching online? How do they do
Yeah,
that?
they just go on powerpole.com and there's a QR, or actually come by the Power Pole booth here, and there's a QR code and they can sign up, and then they'll be able to text to win at the classic stage tomorrow at weigh-in.
You, Cal, and Bobby all in the invitationals. So you guys all stay together and moving together the whole time?
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we
And
are.
you don't have a reality
3
TV
lanes,
show series on that yet?
There's
you
some
do?
talk about it, maybe. You never know.
We need that. We need
Yeah.
that in our lives.
You want to do it?
No.
You want to pay for it?
I'm way past that. I'm told in this that's the most reporting or most filming I've done.
Yeah, but you're doing good, man. Love watching your show.
All right, thanks, Chris.
See you, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Take care.
All right, we're back.
Camps that you do and all that kind of stuff.
We just stopped by the camp booth. We got to move.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
Down here?
Yep, right across.
Oh, I bet they could hear you talking while I was talking.
I stayed quiet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The Chris thing.
You're good. Matt, nice to meet you.
Yes. You don't need to introduce yourself. Bob.
Bob,
Yeah.
nice to meet you, Bob. Justin.
I was actually, believe it or not, on late night with Mark Jeffries.
Oh, yeah.
I remember the Mark
Yes.
late night shows.
He popped it up about 6 months ago. Hey, you want to join on here? And I jumped on it.
That's all.
Good
You
mate.
can't see it though.
So it's kind of neat to be on there.
So we're gonna go check out the new cat. So the new cat bass cat.
Yes.
That's the 130.
1:30. Yes. So we're going to be bouncing around, but nice to meet you. I'm a Dinkin Dunker, so I cheer for you.
As soon as we're done here, I'll be over at Pro Bass Adventures
Okay.
for the rest of the afternoon.
Oh, right on.
Tomorrow, you're gonna be around South Island.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're here. I'll be with my kids tomorrow. So it'll be-
Bring them by 12:30, I think, isn't it? Frank Scalish practice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next series roads for the first of mine.
I've seen that on your show.
We'll try to get Frank
Yeah.
just absolutely blasted tonight.
Right on.
Just
See ya.
all right, we're gonna keep walking. Here, I'll carry you. All right, thank you, Birdman. You can't pass up the champ.
Dude, this is no. You can pass up no champs. And the crazy thing about the Bassmaster Classic is that they're everywhere. Every
Yes.
corner you walk through, there's great anglers.
I
everywhere.
bet you before we get to the next one, we'll see another champ.
I would agree with that. I agree with that.
There's Josh Douglas.
Josh
Former
Douglas
Lead
is-
Series Pro Josh Douglas. We're doing BTL live. We're just giving people a chance.
This is
to
how I
have
get on
it on.
BTL right here.
No, so this is Josh Douglas. We've had you on
I
talk a
know.
lot about it before. One of the things that I was very sad about was I wasn't able to make it up last year in the fall to fish a couple of days before Leech Lake
We're coming back this year.
and I'm so out of the points that like I can come up right before practice starts.
Just stay on Mille Lacs while the leash is going on,
dude.
too.
We need to talk to the Lax perch. I know we talked
Yeah,
about
they're
that
blowing up.
before, but they're absolutely blowing
Mille
up.
Lacs is going to be one of the best smallmouth places in the country here pretty soon because of all.
Back again. Everything's cyclical, right?
It is. We
Everyone
never
says, "Oh, we're blowing
We
it
had
up
birds
because of
there
social
before they
media."
did. Yep. And I never saw them. Now they're back. And like, full
That's
swing.
awesome.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're headed to go check out
Yeah,
the new
right
cat.
on.
Just wanted to say,
See you,
thanks.
BTL.
See ya.
See you again.
All right, that's what I said. That's what the Bassmaster Classic is all about.
You can just be lost all over me.
And
Kurt.
see, you step.
How you doing? I'm good. Like to say, oh yeah, good to see you. Look good.
See people, and that is also what the class is about. Just seeing people that you haven't seen in a long time. But this is the place to catch up with everybody.
Yep. All right, we're getting very close, so we have to get past the drinks. Reasonable mixed drinks, Kurt. I'll pay you in with a mixed drink after we're done with
The
this
food
segment.
lines were crazy.
I think if we slide past here. Oh, there's another pupper. I see the Bass Cat logo. So this was announced at 1:30. I think it's like
Getting
2:30. So you guys are
This is
some,
going to be my
yeah,
first view.
some of the
I've
first.
been in the
few.
booth at the camps, and I've had a couple people stop by already and ask me
Yeah.
if I've seen it yet.
There's Brian New. What's up? What's up, Adam? How are you doing? How are you? I got no complaints. And there's the new cat.
Getting close.
So Bass Cat was calling this Project Predator for the last couple weeks. This is probably the first live.
Dude,
This is the first live look at it.
live look. First time ever. Are you sure this is legal?
I don't know. That's what I was going to check. I was looking for. Where's someone who can tell us if we can actually show this on BTL yet? Surely they can with as many pictures. If I'm on BTL, I can show. Okay, here we go. Birdman.
It's ready to go.
Kurt. We're good. All right, so this is the
All right, let's see. Let's
Project
start.
Predator. You gonna start at the front?
Yeah, start.
You know about it?
No, I've never seen this
know
photo
about
in time.
They didn't tell us anything about it.
Okay, here we go. All it was social media everywhere. So kind of looks similar to a Puma. Similar to the Puma layout. Right, you got plenty of room.
I mean, we're both seeing this for the first time. They're
Yeah.
very secretive about it.
First time. So this is the Lynx.
You can look, man.
It's like a rebirth of the Lynx. Not I ran a Lynx. I loved the Lynx. It's a heavy boat though.
Yeah.
And it's like speed. My Lynx was like 7.
Okay.
So this is like a completely retooling because I was here for the unveiling, so I got to hear it, but I haven't been able to see it.
First thing I noticed is the
Massive wide.
massive storage box. One full complete storage box.
Yeah.
That looks awesome. Look at those seats.
Let's work our way back. Let's see. I know there's a lot of people around here.
As you can tell, it's a very popular place to be.
Yes.
Yeah, I would.
There's Chad Pipkins.
What's up, buddy?
Oh, just live on.
just here asking you.
Were they?
Yeah.
That can't be a good
How
thing.
you doing, bro?
All right.
Dude, look. Next thing I noticed, real quick, Ready Box.
Okay. Oh wait, Dave. Is that a day box?
Day box.
Cat with the day box.
Look at the day box.
Yep. Finally have a day box.
Love that.
It looks
Love that.
wide. I know that with that STS, they widened the beam on the boat on the Puma. This thing looks
It
really
looks
wide.
just like the
Puma STS,
width of the STS model.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
where they added this little kind of the feature here.
This is great for the rods. You know what I love about Bass Cat is the rod lockers don't come all the way up to the side, so you have rooms to open your rod without losing them overboard and still get.
Oh, there's the rod box right there. Oh, totally redesigned inside.
Wow, look at that thing.
Very cool. The double latch, the Bass Cat latch that you know. Obviously, the biggest thing is that day box, but the seats are what stick out. Definitely a big change in the seats.
Huge change in the seats.
The flat seat.
It's like they're, right now.
Been there, see what they feel like.
Right now.
You're gonna get in trouble.
I don't think so.
Do it, Kurt. Kurt's gonna walk us through the seats.
Usually, running the Puma right now, which I love, and it's a full one-piecer seat. This one has multi-pieces right here.
Yeah.
And
Comfy?
man, it is comfy, like super soft. It's like a new style of material right here. I'm not sure exactly what that is.
Oh, they went to a bunch of new.
And so these are actually the same controls that I currently have on my Puma right now in the 2025. And these work really well. They're all lit when you light them up. They go red, green if you're working forward or starboard, depending on what you are. But they all light up. They're great at night, and they're great, obviously, during the day as well.
Lynx STS. That's the
very,
first.
very similar console as the current Puma.
Yeah.
But the thing that really, initial is that front swing. You can see that. Yep.
The seats, the front storage.
Yeah.
There'll be a bunch of information about this on basscatboats.com. But yeah,
Really nice.
very cool. I like when they do that flat stuff.
Yeah, looks great.
Yeah.
Looks like all the rear compartments are pretty similar.
Yep, those are very similar to what we've had before.
Yep. Port side, very similar for the the co-angler side or your team partner.
Yeah.
Looks pretty much the same as the current models out there with the boom and everything. Look at the wheels. Those are new style wheels.
Yep.
Those look really good.
Every single cat I've gotten, I get the cool little
The tire.
I get the cool little tire things, the valve stems. They get stolen within the first month every single time that I've had it.
Here it is. Here it is. There's the view right there. The Lynx STS. There it is, right there.
Very cool.
Very nice.
Very nice. Yeah. Very nice.
Man, it looks like a 20'7", maybe a 20'8", somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
27, 20'8". Looks great.
Chad, you know how long it is? How long is the boat?
20 feet 9 inches, I guess.
29.
9 inch.
29. Gotta get that
29.
extra inch in there.
12 footers.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful boat. What's your overall thoughts?
It looks good. It looks really good. It looks totally different than the first generation.
Yeah. Yeah.
It looks like
The first gen also didn't it have the short? It had a larger step to get up to the front deck and a smaller little step pad. Now this one has the large step pad.
Jared. That's Jared, right behind you. Yeah, right here. He's the one who keeps us like when I
Yeah.
when I broke my light pole. I was just like, hey man. And Cody's the president of Bass
Cody's
Cat.
the big boss, man.
He's the big boss of Bass Cat right there.
Yeah. He knows everything.
Yeah.
Bass Cat. If you need,
We're live on BTO. We weren't sure if we were going to get in trouble or not, so we were showing the new.
You're good.
Okay, well, that's good. So, like, when I snap a pole, like, so remember at the last one, I broke a pole and I said, man, I tried to go under this tree and I was like, oh, we'll be okay.
Yeah.
And then I snapped it. He keeps you in business on the road. How many days do you travel covering stuff for Bass Cat?
I'm going probably 30 weeks a year.
30 weeks a year, just making sure that everybody who's in a Bass Cat is taken care of on all different levels of tournaments, from the Elite Series.
From the Elite Series all the way down to the Opens to the NPFL.
So greatly appreciate what you
Yep.
do. Thank you. And also nice, like some of the guys in the service yard. Chad, will you agree?
I don't know what you're going to say.
They wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Always has what you need. Super positive. Always like wishing you good luck and stuff. So I appreciate that.
And the even cooler thing is how much guys like this help other guys too. If all of our
Yeah.
Bass Cats are running smooth, he's the first one to help out somebody else. It's just good teamwork.
So congratulations on the new boat.
Thank you.
Looks great.
Yeah.
I think we're going to keep rolling. We're just trying to get people who didn't have a chance to get here. Good to see you again. I'll see.
Remember who's looking for you. I'll let you know. Somebody
Yeah.
else.
Like in a good way or in a bad way? Like, have you seen Panger? Or like, hey, have you seen Panger?
Always bad for Panger.
Okay. All right, we're gonna keep rolling. I mean, you can.
We would actually.
I think I'm gonna roll over to the back. Oh, here's your Lake Champlain champ, Ed
Last year,
Lochner.
Champlain champ.
Yeah, on the jig, just old school, just got the job done.
Old school, got a little lucky, 1 ounce, but
Yeah.
it's all that matters.
Sorry, I mean to take it.
No.
You want to jump on BTL for a second?
Sure.
Okay, let me grab your. All right, we good? Thanks,
Yeah, we're
Birdman.
rolling out. See you guys later.
I
Adios.
appreciate it.
See you around the block.
See you later.
Just to make sure you come back to the booth.
We'll do.
All right, Ed.
Do I need to?
No, you're good. You can just hold. Yeah, you can just hold it like that. So we're live on Beach on Purple. Just an idea as a
Okay.
walk around.
Yep.
You had a chance to look at the new links.
I have. It's got a couple of improvements over the Puma STS that I run. I may very well run it next year. Just kind of depends. But I like the large capacity tackle area up front instead of the couple of different compartments. So that's nice. And there's some nice other little features like the recessed leads and stuff. But it's overall a nice improvement.
So completely designed from like the original links. So like I ran one of the
Yeah.
first links that had the coffin lids and
Yeah.
things like that. So for those people who had the links, this is there's a lot of it's not like a rebirth of the links. It's completely redesigned, basically modeled. It's called the links.
Correct. I mean, it isn't, to be confused with that. It also, I believe, is bigger both than the original Lynx was by a little bit. And it's got the STS, which is the soft touch ride system. So
overall, it's going to be a great boat. I haven't sat actually in the new seats, but they're new seats. So I'm sure those are going to be great and comfortable. So I think it's going to be a great boat, a good addition.
It's been remiss. I should have had you on the show more so you can weigh in on it.
I never get a call from you. I don't know.
I know.
I don't know.
I apologize.
You're too busy.
And I not catching them in the opens with fishing.
Sorry,
I
I'm not
have
gonna-
John on all the time, but I
Anytime.
wanted to congratulate you on that. Had to be amazing.
It was.
You're at the Classic this year, working the Expo.
Yeah.
What is it like knowing, man, I've got a blue trophy at home now? Has that kind of changed the whole course of
It has a
how you
little
look at
bit.
things?
You know, when I came out and started fishing the elites a couple of years ago, I really thought that I had the ability to win a tournament, the ability to make Classic. This is not my full-time job. So I'm out here against guys. This is what they do, but I'm happy just to be able to compete. And winning that tournament sort of capped off two things I thought I could do. Because I fished a Classic actually here at Ray Roberts 4 years ago. But I've got hopefully another Classic or two left. I mean, you never know when you're going to win one, because I certainly learned that last August. You never think you're going to win one, but when it happens, you really can't kind of do any wrong. And I won by 1 ounce, and then ended up just almost capping things off.
I totally
So
forgot that was 1 ounce. I
very
just did a BTO where
Yeah.
we were talking about the closest Elite Series tournaments in history. Did you tie Ray Haas?
Funny enough, John, when he won his tournament at the Delta, 1 ounce.
Over
And,
Skeet Reed.
and then I won 1 ounce over Chris Johnston. It's probably the only time I'll ever beat
And
Chris
and
Johnston.
Skeet weighed with a dry bag.
I heard that happened.
I saw
I heard the method, the way he put the fish in or something, that it may have cost him. And a little behind the scenes action, what happened to me up at Champlain, we were in the back, and Matt Robertson was directly in front of me, and everyone else had waved. And he and Brandon Palaniuk were there, and they were harping on me, put that water, the bag all the way down in the water. And the second that they call your name, and Brandon told me, Palaniuk
You
said,
go.
run up there. Don't give the bag to Lisa, just put it on there. And so I ran up there and did that. And, by 1 ounce, I won. And it's history.
It's a pretty badass story.
Yeah. Fun.
Well,
Great time.
Thank you for jumping on.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
Whoa. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's all, man.
There
And
you go.
congratulations. So there it is right there.
That's it.
There's Elite Series champ Ed Lochran with the new Bass Cat Lynx STS.
That's it.
All right, we're going to keep going. All right, yeah, no, I'll get you on for a full episode. I'd love to have you on.
Be awesome. I appreciate it.
All right, I appreciate it. Have fun. Yo. Oh, Hunter, what's up, man?
How are you?
Good, dude. I just watched that video of you boat flipping the
Oh,
21. But you want to be on BTL?
Yeah, man, anytime.
Heck yeah. All right. Yeah, let me throw that on you.
Yeah,
right
if you
there.
don't care.
All right. Toyota Series champ and NTFL angler. Thank you for jumping on. First of all, talk about Santee Cooper, because that was pretty badass tournament. Old school tournament, first NTFL of the year. It had everything. It had wind, canceled days, big sacks, old school fishing, scoping. It had it all.
Yes. No scoping. We can't do that.
Or no
Everything
scoping.
else.
That's what I meant.
Everything.
No
No
scoping.
scoping.
It had-
But yeah, it's man, it seems like it's been the going deal for every tournament this year. The wind's been crazy.
Let me keep talking. We're BTL live. This is
Oh,
about as
we're
raw
live.
as it
Okay.
gets. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, it seemed like
There we go.
tournaments all year have been crazy with the wind. But
Yep.
we started a day late. Still a little windy a couple days of the tournament. But man, it was Santee's such a cool place. Every hook set's a giant. Just hook sets are hard to come by. But yeah, fun place. Got to flip some big ones all day round. Just like I like doing a jig, it's a fun place for sure.
And then you won a Toyota in Arkansas?
No, in Missouri. Truman.
On Truman. Okay, I'm headed to Arkansas. And for
Yeah.
which I've never been.
We actually had a club tournament the day before we all start practice.
You still fishing club stuff?
Oh yeah, like 50 a year.
Really? Yeah. How many days a year do you spend in the boat?
150, 175, and I'm done by October normally. So yeah,
That's a lot.
quite a bit. Yeah.
You want to come on BTL for a full episode sometime?
Man,
I'd love to have you come
Yeah,
on and talk
that'd be
about
cool.
that.
I'll listen to all of it.
You do?
Listen to you on the way down here.
I'm always amazed at who ends up listening to BTL. I'm always like, why would someone listen to that? No, I appreciate it. I'd love to have you on because I don't know your backstory. I'd love to get your backstory on how you came up through all this. One tournament's been very successful and are now doing it full time.
Yes, for sure, man.
All right,
Love it.
we'll get you on. All right, I appreciate
Good
it.
to meet you.
Great
In
to
person.
meet you too. Yeah, I'll shoot you a message on Instagram.
Okay.
And we'll do it after the classic.
Sounds good.
All right. All right, sir. Appreciate it. All right. Let's go ahead to Pro Bass Adventures. Let's do that. Do you want to be on BTL court? You're on anyway. All right, let's work our way through this way and head back to Pro Bass Adventures. So, like I said, this is just kind of a little bit of a behind the scenes look on what you can expect from the Bassmaster Classic Expo. No one knows we're live, also, so and I'm kind of holding it down, so it's pretty
Not inconspicuous.
it's inconspicuous. We'll go around the back way. This was I got this tripod at the discount walls. All right, let's go around the back way. Or we could, we'll go down the main way. We'll see who we run into. Oh my God. There's the one and only. You're live on BTL.
Live on BTL right here.
Live on. Sorry.
Oh,
Oh, so
I don't know if you
here we have
BTL live.
Pink from the Crappie Chronicles and the one and only. You must have just gotten in then.
We just dropped down, ladies and
just
gentlemen.
dropped in.
We're in Fort Worth. We're at the Classic. We're getting live.
Yo,
We're excited.
Hey, speaking of podcasts,
Get in here.
scan this right now.
Mhm.
Scan this. Scan this up. Yeah. Yeah.
What is that for the
Pass the bar.
pass the bar?
Pass the
So
bar.
who runs that account? Because anytime you ask for suggestions, I said I even give you
Yeah, and we immediately ignore them all.
like you're like, what would you like to hear about? And I was like, I'd like to hear an in-depth segment on that. Yes. Sam Sobey. So Sobey, if you guys haven't watched Turning Tuesdays, if you're not into the ice fishing game, which is, I would say,
It's kind of wrapping up now.
it is wrapping up, but one of the coolest things that Sam does is a Turning Tuesday video series on YouTube. The cool thing they do up in Minnesota, I've been told it's the name of 10,000 lakes. So they take 16 or 15, whatever of those lakes, and they have a tournament on each one, so it's not like they're burning their stuff for the following week. Really cool.
It's cool. New lake every week, so it's like you can kind of give it all away if you want.
But one of the things, real quick, so I want to talk to you about, which is cool, is there's tons of people here. We talked to Chad Pipkins, Kurt Dove, Hunter Baum, a bunch of different guys. So you're a content creator.
Yeah.
But you also have a sponsorship with one of the biggest companies in the industry.
Yeah.
With Raffle, you do a lot of Crush City and stuff. Talk about like what you're doing here this week, what your job entails.
Yeah.
And what kind of Classic week allows you to do.
So besides just kind of like bouncing around the Classic and taking it in, some taking it as a fan too. Like I'm here to cheer for the Super Bowl bass fishing. I'll be doing some stuff in Crush City, kind of down in the arena on Sunday.
You're gonna be
In the arena, we're gonna be in the boat. I do not have a good
Are
singing
you gonna
voice.
be in the arena too?
I don't think so, dude. I didn't get the invite.
It's gonna be Maggie, Joe, and myself. We're gonna have microphones. We're gonna be singing.
What do you say?
That's high end information. I cannot tell you. That's to be disclosed on Sunday. But it's gonna be a song, and it relates to Texas, and it relates to Crush City. We're gonna be throwing out stuff. So besides some fun activation stuff in the arena,
Oh, does it have to do with X's? Crush? That? No?
maybe.
What's this song?
Texas.
My mooch meadows live in Texas.
Okay.
So yeah, you'll have to check it out on Sunday. Final weigh in.
All right, we definitely will. Other than that, all your stuff wrapping up. I know ice is starting to break up.
Yeah.
What, a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, so like down kind of in southern Minnesota, the ice fully blew off last week. We were on the ice last week, and I guess, just this past week it really blew open. So now it's like water season.
But my guilty pleasure is watching all of the ice fishing channels, even though I have no idea what they're doing.
You're a crappie freak yourself.
I know I'm a crappie, but I even watch like the Fishing More Smoke Out the Ice House videos.
Yeah.
And then all of your stuff, which is random, all of Jay Seaman stuff, all the Crappie Chronicles stuff. all those, and then all the offshoots of all of their brands as well. So,
And that's the cool thing about the Classic. There's brands here that are on the ice fishing side. There's brands here that are on the musky side. Brands here that are on the obviously the bass side or the salt side. Like this is where people gather. You know, it doesn't matter if you're walking on water or you're driving a boat.
it is. All right, let me get that back.
Yeah.
Let you get on with your
What's one thing? Hold on, I've got a question for you.
Well, I've already got one on set.
We just landed, obviously, and we've done a half of what we need to go see right now.
I need to go see the cat.
Okay.
The new bass cat is there, and then for mounts for your boat.
Yeah.
You want to get it up there. You want to do a little scope and a little active target too.
My neck hurts, buddy.
You're
Get the
active-
Mega Live too.
Mega
You know what I
Live
mean?
too.
It's
Mega
crystal
Live
clear,
too. I
but
can
my
find
neck
all
hurts,
three.
buddies. I need it up.
You check out the down out there. See.
And what about after the Classic? Where's a good spot that I can go grab some good Texas grub?
That's her. That's her
That's
specialty.
Stockyards.
Stockyards?
Stockyards.
I like it.
She refuses. She's very shy.
Oh, here.
But there's Pink.
You do have to tune in to Pastor Bar podcast. Okay, if you're listening to this right now,
Shameless plug.
Just go ahead.
Podcast anyway.
Go ahead.
I'm taking
Pump the
this
book.
over.
Pump the book, Pink.
Yeah, frozen kitchen cookbook. Get on it. You like crappie fishing? Oh, that's interesting. You can also eat crappies. Okay, tune to Pastor Bar.
Let's
go.
Thanks for having me on,
Hey,
buddy.
take it easy. See ya.
See you
Give me a
later.
shout if you guys are going to be down in the stockyards tonight.
Oh, we love.
Yeah.
You'll be in the chat.
All right. What's up, man? How we doing?
Good, how about you?
Good.
That's sweet. You got the DJI mics on to live.
Yeah, I got it on live, and then I'm hotspotted through Court's phone.
Unreal.
And we're just rolling. I have no idea how it's going to turn out, but we've started with 30 and we're up to 150 now. So.
We'll see you in the Stockyards tonight.
All right, sounds good. All right, we're gonna go around. So this is kind of the hub of like all these brands. Sponsor myself, sponsor BTL. You have, and we'll see how far we can make it through. We have Beat Down Outdoors right here.
Who's that?
Yeah. So there we go with Beat Down Outdoors. Here you have Jeremy Lawyer, BPT Pro, Justin McClellan, all the different stuff that Beat Down Outdoors has to offer. And here's the cool thing about it. So like we're at the Bassmaster Classic. So there's the owner of Beat Down right there, Blake. So we're live on BTL. I'm just giving people an idea of what it's like here. So I mean, that's the guy who like he can make stuff happen. So he's the owner. So then we come back. Here's the AFCO stuff right here. All the new AFCO clothing for the year. Oh, wait a second. We're live on BTL right now.
All right.
What do we got here? Let me give you a mic. You gonna be on live?
Yes, sir.
All right, here. Let me just put that right there. All right, so this is our first look that we have had. Sorry. What do we got?
We got a handful of juicy jigs.
That is the first look at Juice's Jigs in the packaging. And on the back, it shows, looks like you got the 3/8 or the 1/8.
Got a couple 3/8s and two 2/8s and a 3/8.
Very cool. Where's Lucky Lure?
He's upstairs, a couple aisles back.
Okay, I'll have to check it out.
Yes, sir.
Was he there?
Or no, he said he's on the first row.
Was Juice himself
Juice
there?
was there. I talked to him.
Yes. Was he? I mean, Juice has been on BTL.
Juice is up there selling.
He is up there
He's
selling.
up there selling. I told him I seen him on BTL.
Like really selling.
Selling them out right now.
Really?
Selling them out.
Like there's
He
a
said
line
he's got a
for
few-
$25 hair jigs.
I don't think there's any left.
He said he's got a few more coming tomorrow, so everybody needs to get here and get them.
Okay. Did you get some Juice's Jigs too, or is that a little too rich for your blood?
A little rich for mine.
Thanks for that. I appreciate
Yes, sir.
that.
Thank you.
So, all right, we're gonna get back in. Good to meet you guys. We're gonna get back in. There's Mike Valster. So this is who should be on BTL to talk about all the line stuff, but he lets everyone else do the work. We're live. We're seeing how it's going. It's going substantially well.
She's upset.
Why? Because I put her on.
No, because you're using your phone.
Oh, do you need your phone?
I'm good.
Okay. If you need it, do you need it? Are we gonna go through all your
I'm happy
data?
to sacrifice my phone.
Are we gonna go through all of your data? All right. So anyway, these are all the brands we went through. We went through Beatdown. This is AFCO, all the new stuff. What's up, man? How we doing?
Good for you.
Good. Through AFCO. What's going on? I'm live on BTL right now. Live on BTL. So this is a lot of the behind the scenes, of how all the AFCO, like all the apparel, all the different brands like go out when you're not at a classic. I mean, like that's like part of your job. just to make sure that the stuff gets disseminated. So we're going to keep going through all of the brands. How we doing? I think I have to get with you. I've got a box of BTL stuff. Okay. We're live with BTL right now, so I'll get that after we're done. All right. Denali, every year at the Classic, Denali does something cool. This is our 40% off. The gunner rods, which are new, are 72. Coverts are 108. If you guys have a chance, back in the corner here. So we've got the Sunline stuff here. And then they have a Classic exclusive any four rods for $100, which is rough math on that, $25 a rod. All the Sunline stuff. Okay, yeah. So there's the owner of Denali. Like, that's the cool thing you see at the Classic. You have no idea who you're going to see here. So any four. What's up? We're live on BTL right now.
Oh, cool.
You wanna chat for a minute or two? No. We're good.
You doing all right?
I hear you. We'll be back. But yeah, come and get it. 4 for $100. The Maxis 610, 7.2, 7 for mediums. And then we pop out the back of this thing. All right, let's keep strolling. One more spot, and then we're done for the day, and we'll wrap her up. How's that sound? What's that? Pro Bass Adventures is where we're headed. Mexico's cruise. We just had Chris on. All right, we're gonna keep rolling. There's Bill Lowen and Keith Combs at the Seagar. We're live on BTL.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing, just walking around doing live,
We're just walking
acting
around.
like you're doing something.
No, I mean, I actually goes, "What's up, Keith? How are you doing? Good to see you." I'm good. Are you coming with me and off for a second? Yeah. There's Bill Lowen.
What's up?
Not a bad year for you so far.
Not so far. It's been working out good. Yeah, been fun, been nervous, been exciting, and all that. So yeah, here we are sitting at the Classic.
Is it easier working a Classic booth with another blue trophy back home?
It is. It's. I guess it's a little bit easier, but it's easier sitting in here knowing that them guys been out there 40 and 50 mile an hour winds. So that being said, it's never easy being in here, but I've always said if you ain't fishing, you better be working. So here we
I was telling Corey, this is my girlfriend, this Bill Lowen. I said it would suck to be one of the nation guys, or someone you want to open who you know. Yeah, you always think you're going to fish another class, right? But like this is a major shot, and then just to get housed by the wind in practice, and today it would suck.
Yes.
I mean, you think it would be harder for those guys, as you're an angler, is it hard for those guys to take that than to go out in ideal conditions and not catch them if you get one Classic shot? I know.
Absolutely, because when you come to the Classic, it's like a whirlwind, you know what I mean? And you're already nervous for being here, especially their first times. And then you throw 50 mile an hour winds on them, they can't get around on an unfamiliar body of water. Yeah, I mean, I think it's this week's probably thrown a lot of people for a loop.
I appreciate it. Congrats,
Yes, sir.
man. I got to get you out. I still remember the one time I called your swim jig
Light and fluffy.
Yeah.
See, we talk about it all the time.
Keith, you good for a minute? Go ahead and sign if he wants to sign there. You good for a minute?
Yeah.
All right, this is Keith Combs. So you've got an Elite Series winner here for this year, and then you have the man who has probably won more money in high-stakes Texas bass tournaments over the last 15 years than anyone else. I mean, there's no one who's won more than you, is there?
I had a good run.
You still are having a good run. It's just a little hiatus.
Right.
Talk about what it's like on any of these Texas lakes, like especially like Ray Roberts. How hard is it to find fish when it's blowing 50 miles an hour?
I think it's a tough setup for the guys because they've had tough conditions.
Definitely this week the wind is blowing every single day. It continues to blow. And it's just not a lake you get a lot of signs. You know, you may go to Rayburn or Toledo and you get 25 bites a day and you develop a pattern pretty quickly. Here you're getting 6 or 8 bites. So with the wind, you know, the guys that are, it's just hard to get a read on the fish.
I gotcha. Looks like Trey's catching it good on today here. Is this a repeatable lake in your opinion? Like, I mean, once you find them, or is this going to be like a different ball game with the way the wind's blowing every single day?
I think it's going to be a little bit of both. I think some guys are going to smash them in an area and then go back and not get bit. But I do think it's setting up to be very repeatable because conditions, the fish want to come in. If you're in between them, there's going to be more showing up.
You excited to get back to this thing in Knoxville next week?
Well, Knoxville's a great expo, but I don't want to work the expo.
Appreciate it. Thanks, dude. Just say it for me one time. Say it for me. The best color crankbait to throw in Texas. You always say it.
Chartreuse and blueback.
There you go. That's all there is. I never even asked Keith before that. He knows it. All right, let's head over to that. You good? Still on the phone? You heard me? The expo's a lot of walking. A lot of walking. But once we head over to Pro Bass Adventures, we'll be somewhat done walking for the week. There's the one and only Jacob Wheeler over here. So Jacob, you can tell there's very few people with lines. So there's the line. And there's Jacob Wheeler in the Raffle. All right. And it's cool because you can actually like go up and talk to these guys. Like every single one of these guys, yeah, there's your number one angler in the world right there. Having individual one-on-one conversations with people, something that you don't really. There's Brian Smith out of California. Something that you really don't get in a lot of other sports. Oh, there's the Cajun Baby. I just went live on BTL just for the heck of it. You got 30 seconds?
Yeah.
You know, we've been trying to get to Pro Bass Adventures for an hour and a half. The one and only Cajun Baby.
You're trying to get somewhere for an hour and a half and you're stuck with me. You happen to run into me, but it's all good. You know why? Because life is good.
What are you up to? How was the Celebrity Pro-Am? So I sent you a list. You fish with
Stale
Cracker. How did that go?
It was started out as a fishing trip with one of my buddies that ended up being an episode of Deadliest Catch.
Was it that bad?
It was bad. It was grown man. It was like it was grown man. Like we stopped laughing. It was like, oh shit. This is dangerous. If we mess around, we die.
Did he enjoy it though?
It's about 10:30, and I said we'll go try one more spot. He said I got a spot we're going to. Going on a bull ride. And that's how it ended.
As a whole, though, like last year, I was pretty rough on bass. I was like, man, you got to, like, not in a bad way, but like, you got to really blow this Celebrity Pro-Am up. This year, it seemed like there's a lot of people around it. They had the weigh-in. Is this something that you think is going to be a pretty stable event for years to come?
Yeah, I think so. And the best thing about that Pro-Am is you got celebrities and that kind of stuff. What it does, it stresses the fact that fishing, that makes fishing so cool, brings people together. People that look different, talk different, act different, all together, brings everybody together. That's what fishing is supposed to do. Be fun and bring people together.
I don't think you can say it much better than that. I'll let you get on. So most of these guys are all like, where are you headed now?
Right now, over here.
Well, I know you're over here, but you're headed to like different specific booths.
Yep, right now I'm at Ranger.
Yep.
Cajun two-step, power pole, GSM, casking to be around
all over. So all the guys
Yeah.
have different schedules for it. Thanks, baby. Appreciate it. All right. That was the one and only Cajun Baby. You can't. I don't know where Court went. Oh, there she is. You can't have the Cajun Baby and not. Oh no! Oh no! Look what just happened. We are live on BTL. I'm walking around the expo.
Holy moly.
Holy moly is right.
Where's this thing going? Right
That'll
there.
work right there. All right, B. There he is, the man of the hour. Frank Scalish and Frank Jr. Get Frankie in there.
Hiding out.
Well, that worked out pretty good. I didn't expect it to work out. So what have you been up to all day? So tomorrow, Saturday, 12:30 p.m. Central Time at the Expo.
Bradco booth. And then we got Gas Tank at 3:30.
Yeah. And then Sunday, if you're going to be there, 11:30 on Sunday. And did you confirm what the giveaway bait is?
Yes. The giveaway bait is a Norman speed end and a special color that I designed.
Oh, it's a speed end.
Yes.
I've
speed
been
end.
telling people it's been a careful one.
They swapped it.
Okay, so speed end and a specific Frank Scalish color.
Correct.
Other than that, enjoy walking around the show.
Oh, it's been a blast.
Does this make you want to turn bait again, Frank?
You always bring it back to that.
Does this make you want to get back in the game when you walk around and you see everybody all excited like this?
It's definitely a different
Now they can't pull me in.
experience when you're fishing in it.
No, I just don't want to get pulled back in.
So, you know.
That was a yes or no question,
And
and I
I
answered it around
It was a yes or no question that I completely stayed neutral.
But
Attaboy.
we'll be at the Bass Tank booth and a Bradco booth. We talked to a bunch of different guys, Pro Bass Adventures, to wrap things up, talking about Mexico. But perfect. What are you doing tonight?
That is classic.
You have plans, or
I know.
we get a cold one down to the stockyards?
We can.
Okay, I'm down on that. That's Frankie. There's Frankie right there. Look at that with the old school BTL. I will say that the BTL store will be open the Monday following the Bassmaster Classic. The Bass Fishing Saves Lives merch, the new year, new season on that, and then there will be.
The hat.
We've got that. We've got an exclusive.
You need the.
There's only 100 of them because I had to buy. I didn't even tell you about this.
No, you didn't.
So I just went ahead executive order like a year ago, 6 months ago, and bought 100 patches.
And you told me the patch is the
Water and lily pad patch.
Oh man.
And then the Uncle Frank signature. So yeah.
It needs a BT.
Tonight, let's get us some ice cold Texas beer.
Not you.
I'm game.
Your game?
I'm game.
All right.
I
We'll
know.
text you later. There he is.
Such a badass.
You have a good one.
There's
Matt,
Frank.
See you
There's
later.
Frankie. All right. We're halfway there, folks. Halfway there. All right. We're still rolling live somehow. Your phone's still going strong.
Good.
Do you have to use it for any reason? You don't? You good? All right. We're killing like 9 birds with one stone here. So that's the game plan. All right. I feel like it's this way.
You'd be right.
Am I correct? And then, it's down this one right here. And here we go.
You said don't tip it.
Oh, let me slide past you here. Sorry. That's all good. This has been a very jam-free session. So usually there's a lot of... All right, so we have finally made it to Pro Bass Adventures. One of the cool things, if you're here, you can register for your chance to win a 4-night, 3-day trip for 2 of your choice at either Lake El Salto or Lake Bacharach. The Bacharach, he was saying, well, maybe we'll be able to get Josh on here when he's done talking. But there's the raffle. There, you can sign up for that. And there's Grady catching 3 for 18 on El Salto earlier this year.
I got a picture, man.
Yeah. You want to be on BTL?
Sure, dude. What do I say?
I don't know. We're live on BTL. You can say whatever you want. I just decided to roll with it for the class. All right, what's your name?
I'm Carson.
Carson.
From Idaho.
You're from Idaho?
From Idaho.
What are you doing here from Idaho?
First Classic, just showing up. I got my hat signed by Brandon Palaniuk.
Okay, that's
That's
nice.
unreal. Check them out. That's the dude. They own Cyber Fishing. You know about Cyber Fishing?
I know.
Legit. It's tungsten.
Okay.
Legit. You got
So you came from Idaho with your wife, girlfriend?
girlfriend.
Girlfriend.
Yep. Her name's Hannah.
Hannah.
Yep.
So I've got Courtney here. She's trying to check her phone because I've got it on her hotspot in my pocket for the last hour.
Nice, dude.
And are you into fishing, or is this like a, hey, I'll just go support you on the trip?
That's what it is.
You need to talk to her about what to do in the stockyards.
Yes, she loves the stock. She used to run the social media for the stockyards.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like 5 years ago. So she's like, we gotta go. It's kind of a. She wanted to see the stockyards. I want to go to the classic. So that's how we're
So
here.
do you do the giant smallmouth stuff in Idaho?
Up
Or is that
north.
like a secret that's not a
Well,
secret?
It's not a secret anymore, but you know how it is.
Yeah.
So everybody knows about it now. But yes, I've been up there. Actually, was up there last year. I got stranded. Everybody come get me in like midnight. I got stranded up there for like 12 hours.
Snow or you broke down?
Broke down. My motor started shooting the fuel out of it. It was a good time. So
What is
started
the
a fire.
What is the tournament scene in Idaho like? Like, are you a derby? I mean, obviously you fish tournaments. What is the Idaho
So,
tournament scene
You have
like?
southern Idaho, which is like Boise, Twin Falls area, and then northern Idaho, which is all the big bass. So that's like Coeur d'Alene, Monterey, Georgetown, all that good stuff. So down south, it's a lot. It's not nearly as big bass. You know, if you catch 15 pounds, most tournaments are going to be extremely competitive. You catch 20 pounds, there's almost 100% chance you're going to win. But then you go up north, and it's like Coeur d'Alene. You catch 25, and you might not even be top 5.
And you can
So-
fish how many months out? Like a lot of stuff freezes.
So down south, year round typically.
I didn't know
So
that.
even this year, we had a cold winter like everybody else, and I don't think just a couple lakes got ice on them down south. Up north, they get ice on them, but down south, it's not bad. So yeah,
Sweet.
though.
So, oh yeah. Thanks.
I'm making a picture.
Oh yeah, we gotta get here. You're gonna hold that. We'll get a pic here.
Thanks, Steve. Nice meeting you. Yeah, yeah. Dude, I gotta enjoy it on the show.
Yeah, you did good.
Hey, I'll win the U.S. Open here in a few years, and you'll have me on. Are you really?
For the first year, I sucked so bad in the open that I don't think back and I knew I could make it. So
That's a go.
yeah, like a long time ago, my goal was to win like close. You know, I'm excited. I'm seeing Billy's here.
Yeah, if you go, so if you ever go up to, and I can understand. It's spelled super weird, but they do red rib or not red rib, but big rib eyes. It's legit. So
That's the
Instagram. It's legit. After you go there,
I wanted to go to
it's pretty. It's legit place. They're kind of scared of the game, you know, but you can get on. Like you can catch big. So I'm sure you can get a, you know, Joey.
No, I know him from Instagram.
Yeah. So I'm sure you can have that.
We never watched it. Always posting like 8-9 pounds.
It's not that easy. He's out there 300 days a year. So, yeah, I'll text you on Instagram, and then if you ever want to go or something.
Thanks. All right, here's Pro Bass Adventures. We're back in. We'll see if we can get Josh on here in a second. Dude, they got a good setup going here. So one of the things Josh does is he's always working like the different brands for, and I think he's working. I know, that's what I was just talking about, the Rio Ricos, which are like the deal down there in Mexico. And he had mentioned that he was working with them on some specific stuff just with the lodge. Yeah.
We just went down in November and then again in January.
Were you at El Salto or Baccarat? So I haven't been to the Baccarat one yet. Is it phenomenal? You want to be on BTL? I'm live. I do a show. So we're like live streaming now. Do you want to talk about fishing Baccarat with Pro Bass Adventures? Yeah, you've been down there, haven't you?
Yeah.
And you called him, right?
Yeah.
All right. If you're good, I'll click this on you and I'll get your honest, non-biased opinion. All right. So I've done. What's your name? Steve. Where are you from, Steve? Steve from Phoenix. So, you've done the Baccarat. It's like clear, deep water, more mountainous than El Salto.
Yeah. And the water in the spring when we were in this last trip, the water was pulling it down for farming, but in November it was pretty.
Primarily, so I've done El Salto twice, haven't done Baccarat yet. Is it a numbers deal or is Baccarat more like size deal?
Kind of both.
That's pretty good.
We catch 50 or 60 a day, a lot of 1, 2, 3, but also a lot of 7, 8, and 9.
What's your TV so far down there?
Mine's only about 9, but mine probably 10. Our first group was we were down in November. We had a 10-1 and a 10-2.
That's strong.
And a whole lot of 8s and 9s. In fact, our guy on our last day of fishing, where a guy said, we're not weighing no more 5 or 6 pounds. He said, if you got a 5 or 6 pounder, I'm not going to weigh it. He only weighs the big fish.
That's awesome. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Let me grab the mic from you. Yeah, that's the plan. I haven't been down to Becker. I didn't want to get in the way. Like, those look like some top secret Ricos, right?
We're working on a project.
I know.
We could do a little teaser.
You can? Here, here, throw that on. We'll have.
Hi, guys.
Are you good with that right now? I don't
Throwback
think you're. I don't want to take it time.
Oh, I'm so good. Yeah.
All right, so you remember Josh? We did 2 live shows from El Salto, and then I got one on something. So you can throw that one. I've been live for an hour. It's been somewhat chaotic.
Has it been chaotic?
Organized
chaos.
Yeah. Guys. So this is Josh here. Let's go in here. What's the fish that you're working on? You're working on. I told you you're working on.
This is Brian Bolander, owner of Filipino Lures, who makes the best, in my opinion, the best topwater lures at the Rico, the Rio Rico, and the Rico Suave. So we're working on a new edition Pro Bass back rack and a Pro Bass El Salto Rio Rico. Yeah, those unique colorways. Yes, they have some gold in them. So we were sharing some ideas. He's going to the factory in Japan and working on some prototypes, but also just with a little upgraded, maybe more robust hooks. So when you're fishing salto and you're fishing braid, you've got your drag box and you hook a double digit, you want to be able to put it on them and horse them out of the trees.
Why do they like a top bar so good? Especially, is it the same on back rack too?
It is.
It's like a small, it's like a normal size. You can use a bigger one too, but like a normal sized popper, like you would throw like in a pond, like you would throw to catch a 12-incher on the Ohio River.
Yeah.
Except the 8s flush it in Mexico. And I'm not saying you can't catch them on a spook a lot really well too, or a walking bait or something, but what is it about that top bar style bait?
It's a popper lake above anything. 2 of the best topwater lakes in the world, without a doubt, Baccarat and Salto. But for some reason, the poppers just outshine the other topwater lures. You can have your days on Super Spook and a buzz bait. It's fun catching them on the Whopper Plopper. That Yellow Magic, Rio Rico, Pop R just are my go-tos always for topwater. So we're happy to be working with Filipino Lures on a new project.
One of the cool things that you have available here at the Classic, this side here, you can go to either Baccarat or El Salto. There it is right there. That's where all the names go into. But if you are in the Fort Worth area and come out to it, talk a little bit about what that entails, Josh.
Yeah, come by and visit us. Talk Mexico bass fishing. We do a raffle for a giveaway trip for 2, 4 nights, 3 days. Your choice: Lake Baccarat, Lake El Salto. Airfare's on you, tipping's on you, but we cover the base costs. It includes airport pickup, drop off, owner fishing rods, food, fishing with our awesome guide team, and some big old fish. So,
if you're going to be down here,
booth 1145.
Stop by 1145 because it's really cool. You can actually talk to Josh. You can talk to the guys. You can get a feel for what it's like. I know that a trip to Mexico is not a normal everyday occurrence. For some people, it is, but for a lot of people, it's a once-in-a-lifetime deal. It's something that they've never done before. They have a lot of questions. That's what you guys are here for. That's where you can kind of say, oh, I think Baccarat would suit you better. I think El Salto would suit you better based on how many people, what you're doing, where it is. Super easy way. And if you don't, shoot me a message if you're not here and you have questions about it, matt@basszone.com. I will then forward that on to Josh and the guys at Pro Bass Adventures. And if you have any other questions, you want to throw your email out for that?
ProBassAdventures@gmail. You can always give us a call, 425-345-8891.
One of the cool things we're working on that we have kind of announced but haven't actually officially announced is a full-out BTL Pro Bass Adventures collab coming this December on Lake El Salto with a limited number of spots open for BTL lifters.
Yes, we'll do some fun.
It'll be really cool. Looking forward to getting a part of that. So stay tuned to BTL. I know Grady's doing all your camera.
Yes, he is. He has. We'll capture the moment well, but it'll be a fun night. Big roast, good food, lots of big bass, friendly competition. Some chat, some trash talk. It is. Yeah, yeah, yes. I mean, when the lodge is fuller,
No, you guys did that the last time. So it was unreal.
make it a party.
So anything else that I'm leaving out
You know
here?
what? Let's show them. We just got a mount of our lodge record. It's 18 pounds 9 ounces. Why don't you guys take a look at it?
What is this back rack or assault?
No. So that's back rack
Holy smoke!
there, and then this one's El Salto right here.
So those are the two
Salto's
biggest.
a 17, and back rack's an 18. Yes.
Holy smoke!
19. So that's bigger than the state record in what? 48 pounds.
Yeah. If you listen to Ken Duke's podcast, it'd be 49 states.
Yeah.
That's wild. We didn't talk about this really the last time because I had you on before we had actually gone down for the second year. But one of the things about El Salto was the first year I went, we caught a lot of fives. And I think off air before you said, well, they're all sixes now.
Yep.
And we came back and they were all sixes. So it's been a 5, 6, and 7s with a few 8s and a couple 9s. They were all 6, 7s, and 8s with a few 9s and a 10.
Yep.
And I'm like, dude, like surely this stair step isn't going to continue. And you're like, no, there's a couple more years on this cycle.
Yeah.
So like the next couple of years are going to be just ridiculous.
I anticipate more mayhem, more madness, big fish. They grow up fast. The water's always 70 and up. So it's 24/7 growing season. They're stocking millions of those tilapia in there. They're gorging on them. So our bass hit record size quick. A DD can be 5%. So these 6s and 7s that we're catching now will pack on at least another pound before next season. The cool thing is they're pretty bank and structure oriented. They're not the most pelagic generation of fish. So they're easy to catch. They're up shallow, top water, swim baits. And we even got the sonar. So if you want to put your foot on the trolling motor, look around and minnow them or throw a swim bait at them, A-rig.
What percent of your guys now are all in on they want to run the trolling mode or look at live still?
More and more. It's been a hit. We've been getting a lot of calls of people who are like, I've always wanted to come, but I don't want to be told what to do or what to cast.
But
where to
here's
go.
the reality. Neither did I until I went down 2 years ago. And then I was like, this kicks ass.
Yeah, it does.
Like it really does. Like the fact that you don't have to worry about anything or do anything. Like I'm a control freak on the front of the boat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, if people understood how you're still going to catch a ton and it's going to take any worry out of it, and your only issue is going to be trying to open the 7.5 ounce Pacificos because they don't twist. I'm serious.
It is.
You would get so much more. Like at the end, like, I mean, I had control last year and I maybe ran it 2 hours a day.
Yeah.
And the rest of it's OL with this
You're
remote control.
gonna be successful. The guides are fantastic. They'll put you in the best position for success. They know those lakes so well. So it's nice to have them to safely navigate you from here to there, take you to where they know there's trophy class fish, and then you can pick it apart with the tools available to you. Their suggestions, the technology, and your skills. Put some big ones in the boat. That's what it's all about.
One of the cool things, Josh, you have a lot of partnerships with a lot of different companies. Like I said, here you got 3 or 4 people waiting. I'll take that from you, and then we'll wrap up the BTL. I greatly appreciate it. If you have a chance, I will be here tomorrow. Also, when the Expo opens, 10, I think? 10 o'clock. I'll be here tomorrow answering questions, talking about fishing in Mexico if you want to. So thanks for that. I appreciate it. All right. I think we're going to wrap this up. It's been an hour and 20 minutes of walking around the Bassmaster Classic Expo. So not sure if we're going to go live again or when we're going to go live. We might do it again tomorrow. Depends on how things go. But thanks for jumping on, guys. The weigh-in is about to start for day 1. And we'll talk to everybody. We're live on BTL right now.
What's up, guys?
Yeah. Throw that on, Justin. Okay. Justin Kimmel. You fish MPFL
I do, yeah.
and Toyota Series.
No, we gotta have to dial it back down.
I'm saying what you have.
Oh yeah, I fished Toyota Six
Opens.
Championships, BFLs,
Opens.
done it for
You've won about 10. You went on that heater, dude, where you won everything you touched.
Yeah, some people said I had a horseshoe under my. Yeah, and I did. I did have a horseshoe.
Are you doing clutch full time now?
Well, director of sales, clutch swim baits. Do a lot of stuff with Lures and Lead, that new online platform.
Yeah. Oh,
and then
that. Yeah, cool. What did I get from? Oh,
could have been a custom spit swim
I
bait.
got a custom darter.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Like back when there was like
Was it a Robbie J one? Rob Jordan one?
I don't know. It was really expensive.
Yeah.
Like really
They
expensive.
catch too.
Because I called one of my buddies and he's like, "Yeah, if you're gonna get one like that, we'll hold its value."
Yeah.
So, is it hard? And this is a clutch swim bait. Just real quick, here, I'm not trying to steal you.
Good, yeah.
Is it hard to put high end glide baits like to get people to come spend hundreds of dollars or 100 plus? Or at this point, is this a market that is still growing?
I believe this market's growing. I think this market's growing as good as any other. It's really hard to get into because you have to, like, you got to have a good bait, like, in profile and action, and that gets bites. So the thing that makes Josh different from everybody else is, you know, we prototype the absolute heck out of our baits, and we're getting the action. You know, follow that right.
What's up, man?
That's Josh.
We're live on
Josh is the
BTL.
man.
And I met him at the Open.
Yeah, Josh fishing the opens. Had a stout finish at Rayburn.
Horrible at Kentucky.
Couldn't have been worse than me.
Uh,
I finished 200. What'd you finish?
230.
I finished 200. I had 2 pounds 7 ounces.
That is so unlike both of you guys. What the heck?
Dude, you don't even want to know.
Dude, and they were biting a crankbait.
No, they weren't.
They were not?
No.
I heard they were biting a crankbait.
No, not in the 30 miles that I tried to throw it in.
Yeah. Well, you didn't have enough.
You got. Oh, at least you have an excuse. I was totally healthy and stuff.
I love that you own it, at least.
Anyway, but I wanted to get you guys on. I've gotten like 20, 30 guys on, I think, over this BTL over the last hour just walking around. But
That's awesome.
but very cool. So yeah, come check out Clutch. Like I said, I know there's a bunch of really. God, it's a cool market right now in the swim bait world. You've got it's still specialized and underground, but it's like also mainstream where guys are understanding how you can use them for like you won a bunch out. You won a bunch out of the back of the boat throwing a blind, didn't you?
I
Like
had
as a
two
portion
tournaments.
of your.
I had 2 tournaments where I weighed in key fish on a glide out of the back of the boat. And man, it's a what you're talking about, kind of bridging the gap from that underground world to the mainstream. Like that's what we're all about. We've done really well in the tournament season or in the scene of tournaments. I think largely in part that we've got some options that you don't need a bunch of specialized gear and they just get bites. You know, like the profile and action will always be the most important thing to us. Our paint game has stepped up, in my opinion. So, I mean, we got 30 different colors in the Baby Boss. Well, not anymore. The Baby Boss is the hot ticket right now. I think there might only be 500 of those baits in existence right now. That's why it's kind of the hot.
Are they all
going.
500 have sold already?
No. Like you got maybe less than 100 left easy. We brought like 300
4 hours
here.
into the expo.
Well, we've only done 1 drop.
Yeah.
So far this year, and that was like 100 baits. They sold out in 2 minutes, and we brought 300 here, and I think they're going to be gone by tomorrow. Yeah,
That's cool. I mean, this is a small, independent lure company that's making it. You know, obviously sponsored by Spro on the channel. One of the cool
Made in
things has been
America. We're
watching
gonna
the
emphasize
KGB and how he has taken that KGB and still has that brand, and then has incorporated it with Spro. This is another example of Clutch where you hear a thing or two about it. One of the reasons why I'm intrigued with it is it literally, I remember I was watching, Polinick had threw it a little bit, right?
Or a lot.
And it was in one of the videos, and I don't think he's sponsored by Clutch.
He's not sponsored by Clutch, but he's good. He's a good friend of the brand.
You
for
talk
sure.
about the impact that it has, and I saw that bait, and I liked the way it swam, and I found out what it was, and I went online, and I found it because I knew you had been promoting it on your Instagram.
Yeah.
And there was a drop coming up, and I spent $250. I was like, dude, that's how it's supposed to work.
Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to work
Absolutely.
in the industry, and couldn't be happier. So,
Big shout out to Brandon. He doesn't have to give us
yeah.
the love.
Yeah. There's some of the baits right there.
That fish that he caught that's on the Boss. This is basically last fish catch of the Okeechobee win.
Yeah.
It was on the Boss.
Oh,
He never threw it the first 3 days. Never needed to. And he didn't need that fish to win, but like getting to see him do that on a day where he had like 5 rats in the boat and then trigger them after these fish have been pressured and they've seen his crankbait and they've seen all the other baits that they've thrown at him. He had 4 guys in there. And then to just show the power of what that glide bait can do. I'm going to go out on a limb. If you fished or fish over 5 pounds, that's the best scoping bait on the planet. Outside of a minnow, but like the funnest, but it just gets big. That big boss. I've caught 40. I caught 44 fish on the boss. Only one has been under 4 pounds.
That's strong.
Yeah. Now some of those are in Zimbabwe
Some dude
too.
in
so-
Ohio right now going, well, there's no 4-pounders in the big
Yeah, he's not our customer. Okay, he can get an eco. They catch a lot of 1.5 to 2 pounders.
I appreciate it,
Yeah,
man.
thank you,
for
man. I
jumping on.
appreciate it.
Are you not hovering a reaper inside?
We were so covered up. I haven't even had a chance to think about drinking or eating or changing clothes.
All right, I appreciate it.
Thanks, Matt.
Yeah. All right, guys. I think we're gonna wrap it up from here. It's been an hour and a half. My voice is faltering, and I think we need to grab some to eat. Thank you for the data, Courtney.
You're welcome.
I greatly appreciate it. What are your thoughts on the Bassmaster Classic Expo?
It's been really fun.
Believe it or not, she talks a lot, just not on camera. All right. Keep your notifications on if you subscribe to BTL on YouTube. That way, you know when we go live, it'll be like, let you know that we went live, because I'm not exactly sure when I'm going to go live. But that's all we got for today. Thanks for walking around the Bassmaster Classic Expo. We might hit up the other half of the Classic Expo. We got power breaks. We got a bunch of other stuff that support BTL that we didn't get to today. So that's all we got for today. Enjoy the weigh-in. Day 1 of the Bassmaster Classic from the Expo. That's a wrap. See ya.
Good job.